Hello and welcome to today's video for Blue Harvest Vintage. It's a very special one. It's this book I've been wanting for years and years and years. Finally got it. The John Kellerman Star Wars Vintage action figures. If you notice, my logo for Blue Harvest is a copy of this. I don't think any copyright issues, hopefully not there anyway. So I'm just going to go through this book very quickly. I don't know how quickly it'll be, might be 10-20 minutes, because this is the Bible. A lot of collectors say that there's updated references online. Yes, they are. This is actually the first edition. It was updated later on, and there was going to be a volume 2, but John Kellerman apparently got very sick, and it never came out, unfortunately. I wonder why nobody's ever actually brought one out, because they do go for quite a bit. I know John Kellerman actually had a lot of these left in his garage, and they were actually selling them off at the time. But now these go for big money. You could actually get a couple of good carded figures for the price of this book. I was contemplating, but I've always wanted this, and it helps me with the podcast, with identifying cards and card backs and everything that I need to know. So we're just going to have a quick look through it, the tables, contents and about this book and how to use it and everything like that. Definition of terms. Well, we know most of these. Action figures, bagged figures, carded figures, front and back logo, loose figures, mailers, multi-packs, numbered back, old versus new figures, proof of purchase, special offers and store designs and vintage. That will go through all this in this book. So we're going through. There are prices as well in this, but obviously with it being 2003, they've changed quite a bit. I have got a price guide from 2005 that obviously the prices in that are totally. I've been thinking about doing an updated, maybe online. I know I did say online. I do like to have the physical copy of the book, but I was thinking about having maybe a bit of a guide on a Kindle, for a Kindle, I think, something like that, something that can be updated. I know there's the Star Wars tracker that tells you, keeps you updated with the prices, but something like this, I think, online, so you can keep the prices updated, would be quite good. Maybe I should see Jared about doing something like that with the Star Wars tracker. I mean, I don't know. It's maybe it's better in a book form. The tracker is better for collectors, obviously, for on the spot purchases. So this sequence number of the figures, all different figures. Obviously, the double telescoping. The yak face isn't actually in this book, but it's mentioned here as Canada, but it did come out in Australia and Europe as well. The double telescoping Vader and the wind-up R2. I actually saw one of those at Celebration carded. I think I won £600 for it, which wasn't so bad. So we're going through the figures now. They're not in sequence, obviously. They're going through the different, like the R2s. You've got the solid dome, the periscope, and the pop-up. My favourite, the pop-up one. The two Vaders, the telescoping and the double telescoping. The 20 up to the 21 backs. The vinyl cape. There's the different. Obviously, there's the blue snaggle tooth we know about. All the different variations as well. I don't think there's every kind of variation, because there's that many different ones, and some of them aren't really variations. Like the red bar R5, it's not in there. There's obviously the blue and the green sabered Luke, Jedi Luke. The weapons as well, it actually shows which weapon, which is good. What colour it is. It doesn't actually say, but you can see. The Bespin blasters as well, the difference on those is amazing when you look at them. Through to the Return of the Jedi line. I'm trying not to turn it as fast as I can, so you can look at these. I mean, you know your figures, but it's just nice to have a look through them. It's a lovely book to have, and I would recommend any collector to get this book. Like you say, you can get a couple of carded figures for the price of this book, but it's well worth it. I really think it's well worth it. You see, there's not, the yak face is not here. We call them the last 17 in the UK. They call them the last 15, I do believe, because I think that the two Ewoks were not in the last wave in America. Plus the yak face is not there. So these are the most expensive loose figures you can buy. You're paying over £100, and the price is going up and up and up for these. I mean, even the Leia blaster there, you can pay £30 for that. I mean, her earlier blaster, you can pay £60 now. They're more than the figures. So that's what I always say. If you do collect loose, try and get it complete. EV99 is quite expensive. Anti-carbonite, you can get them for about 75. Luke Stormtrooper is it's over £100 now. You're talking 120. I mean, but the thing is, you've got to have the black blaster and the correct helmet, because there's a lot of repros of that, and as you know, we don't like repros. And there you go, Imperial Dignitary, the most useless figure of the entire line. Anakin's useless, but it's Anakin. Imperial Dignitary, that is the most useless one. The ones I don't like, Prone Face is alright. Yeah, it's the ones that my worst figures are. I can find him, Dengar. I don't like him. I just don't like him. His gun was too long. He always helps him stand up, but no, never liked him. I think that's about it. I think there's a couple that I don't like. Your Ryu is a bit rubbish. So that's the loose figures. Again, they're going into variations. The lapels on the Han Solo, the short snout of this biker scout. I think that little laddie one, is it? The grey and the white hair, Ben. And the green limbs, I thought that was plastic degradation, but obviously it's not. The Jawas, obviously. We know the vinyl cape Jawas. Different card variations, pictures, and obviously the Star Wars Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. The look changed, obviously, on the Return of the Jedi. I quite like that one. I think I prefer that one. Leia's same, because it's the Star Wars Leia. The R2 changed, obviously, because the periscope and they pop up. Chewie changed, even though the figure didn't change. I think there was only Chewie and Darth Vader that didn't change. Which Chewie didn't need to change. Really didn't, but the picture did. Halfway through Return of the Jedi. 3PO, you got two different versions. I don't like that card. But the Vader, I don't know why they didn't bring out for Return of Jedi anyway, a Vader with a handheld lightsaber. But it was always a cool figure. Always a cool figure. And that was my very first figure. And I'd love to have one of these carded again. Ben Kenobi's and Solos. Obviously the final Cape Jawa. If I were them, you're a rich man. So we'll just go through the carded figures and spot anything that obviously that always gets people. The Boba Fett, even though he is now in Star Wars, so it is canon now, but it was first on the Star Wars card and not the Empire Strikes Back. The different Bespin layers, I like that one. That's my favourite figure, Bespin Luke. It's my favourite because of that was the first figure we got 2 weapons. Obviously you got 2 weapons with IG-88, but Luke had a blaster and a lightsaber. How cool was that? I was speaking to my mum and she says I had the brown haired version. I thought I had the blonde version, but who knows? Yodas, all the different coloured snakes. I think they're just brown and orange. The green one, I think, again is plastic degradation, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong. It's a matter of opinion, I think. Off-layer, another good figure. Imperial Commander, now. That's General Veers. The picture's General Veers. Now he's the Attack Commander. So, where have we? The Attack Commander. Have we gone past him? Yeah, he's there. Look. Now, General Veers should have been the Attack Commander. And that should have been Admiral Piet. Shouldn't it, really? It looks more like Admiral Piet than General Veers. But who knows? It's like the picture, he's got no moustache and he's got a moustache. Oh, we know it's the guy from Cheers. So, I forgot his name now. In Toy Story as well. We're going on to the Return of the Jedi, Power of the Force lines. With the collected coins, though I would like a carded Han Solo. So there you go, there's no tri-logos there. It does go on about Palatoy a bit later on. As I say, figure difference, card same. Yeah, it's if you're a Luke fanboy Luke collector, you're in for a nightmare, really. Especially on card backs. We're going through all the differences. Now that's interesting. So this sensor scope actually came out with the old card back first. Still on Empire Strikes Back with the same picture, and then it changed. That's interesting. And I went to the Return of the Jedi and Power of the Force. See, he's just mindful of information. There's a price list here. I mean, it says a double telescoping blonde-haired Luke, $125 to $200. Shut up. Yeah, $125 to $200. Yeah, I wish that was true. I think you can triple that at the moment. Double telescoping Ben Kenobi, $1,000 to $2,000. Do recall 2 years ago, one going for $74,000. Yeah, it's a bit different from that. So that's what I mean. I could do with getting that updated. As I say, it's gradual. It's going up and up. And in a book like this, probably it's just worth not having the price guide. It's interesting to look back at what the history was and how much it was in such and such a time. It really is. But these are carded price guide. It's interesting to go through that. Boxes. Oof. Even those go for big money if you can find one of those. Oh, character title name variations on cards. That's interesting. IG88 Bounty Hunter, IG88. Yeah, there's quite a few ones. So we got to the front back combinations for the cards, which is also something that really I need to brush up my skills on. And which backs they are. There we go. See, to the naked eye, that just looks same to me. Again, this is why I've got this book, so I can learn. That's what I always say. Whatever you're going to start collecting, get a book, learn about it. That's what you need to do in anything, in all life. You need to get a book and learn about it before you start doing it. So it's just really interesting. Onto the Empire Strikes Back. The different. It's interesting when you actually get hold of one of these card backs and you actually look at the differences. You can see better than you can in a book, really. But I think the Empire Strikes Back are my favourite card backs. I've had a few of those. Oh, that I remember sending away for that. It took ages to come. The survival kit. He actually got it in the AT-AT as well. In some places. On to the Return of the Jedi. Power of the Force. Sort of box standard. This is the front back combinations. So that is intensive reading I'm going to have to get into. Front back quick reference guide. Really, as I say, it's just invaluable. Yeah, now they're going to the foreign ones, which means us Palatai. The Takara. There's all sorts of different licenses all over the world. Tall Toys, all sorts. There you go, Tall Toys. Australian, which was Tall Toys. So again, this is really interesting. It will something I can bring up on the podcast. We just get one page for Palatai. That's shocking. Not even a front. That's shocking. Hey dear. Italy. Was it called General Mills? I know the General Mills owned Kenner and Palatai and everything else, but they just called General Mills in Italy. That's interesting. I'll take something else. I know France has the Meccano and there's the Takaras. Really nice. Really nice. Holland, Belgium. There's forgot now. Again, it's really interesting. Really, I could sit and read it, but I need to flick through it for you. I am thinking about. I'll be honest with you. I'm thinking about doing a PDF file for this, but I've got to look into the technicalities and the legalities of that before I do it. And if I do it, it's going to go on Patreon. I'm a Patreon for my patrons. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. Again, I'm going to look into the legalities. The publishers of this book are no longer going, and the people who took it over, I don't think they're going either. I'm currently on a trail for that. I mean, I'm trying to. I don't know if John Kellerman is still alive. Actually, it was very, very poorly. So that's again, I think, to look into. Early Bird. We all know the story about Early Bird, don't we? The mail away. The figures actually weren't made, so they give you a promise. If you bought this certificate, you got some stickers and a stand for 4 figures that came: Luke, Leia, Chewie and R2. And Luke was double telescoping. Not all of them, but there you go. As you can see there, double telescoping. So if you've got that, you've probably got a double telescoping Luke, and that is going to be worth a lot of money. The certificate itself goes for thousands. I think the R2 is a bit darker blue, and Chewie has a green like a see-through weapon. I think Leia's pretty much the same. There you go, Boba Fett mail away. We know about Boba Fett. He rocket firing, which will be further on. You didn't get rocket firing, you got the bog standard. A lot of people was not impressed by that. The mail away stand for your figures, they're nice to find these days. Obviously different figures came, Bosk, I think, the 9 the Emperor, all sorts of different figures were available on the mail away. As I said, the survival kit. Oh, no, that's what pre-toy for catalogue. Yeah. The American Kenner survival kit. Oh, Tall Toys one. Oh, that's interesting. I roll that there. And I know, as I said, Forlom. Didn't realise Forlom was mail away. Oh, of course he is, because he's on the sticker, isn't he? Hey, I don't know. The most popular one that you'll find, still find for about £20. The Emperor. Anakin. I haven't seen that. That might be interesting to try and find. The coins from the Power of the Force. Some of them are pretty rare. Again, these are all the coins on this price guide as well. So we'll find out which is the rarest. Bit Fortuna, Greedo, Commander. So if you got a set of 62 coins and no variations, it's $2,500, and this is 2003. Excuse me. So that could even be doubled, maybe tripled. Obviously, if you've got any of these rare ones, it would. What's that $130 one? Oh yeah, sales skiff, of course. Yeah. You see those going on the Star Wars tracker very rarely. 3 packs. Something else I need to know about. See, all these things I can talk about on the podcast then, once I know. 6 packs. I think those are 12 pack. Oh, so the difficult 6 pack one is the one with the Yoda. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. You've got Darth Vader in both, and you've got the Snowtrooper in both. You think you'd have the baddies and the goodies? I don't know. 4 packs. I think they're Italian. Oh no, German French. I think there's an Italian one here. Italian. Catalogue multi-packs. Wow. I wonder if that's Argos. That's Sears, but I bet Argos did them as well. Back in the day. That's something else I didn't know about. I'm going to find out about because I'm going to read it. Wow. 5 of those in a bag, in baggies. Oof. So there's your merchandiser catalogue multi-pack listings. See, I'm only halfway through this. And what are we? We're in 26 minutes. I'll carry on. I'm going to do it as a part 1 and part 2, but I think I'll just carry on. Oh, the playsets. My favourite. Now, I bet they don't have the Palatoy Death Star. Because obviously, Kenner had their Death Star. We had ours. Both pretty cool, but I do think the Palatoy one is better. The thing is, with these Class A Ice Off Rebel Command, they're all just cardboard. A bit of plastic at bottom and cardboard. Especially the Cloud City playset. Goes for a lot of money. I mean, there it's saying $350, $600. You can pay $1,000 for that, and it all has a bit of cardboard. Saying that, so there's a Palatoy Death Star, but that's so cool. The Jabba the Hutt dungeon. You can get those still for about £400 with the figures in. Probably not the Amanaman and the EVD99 because they're the last 17. So if you can get that for $400 or pounds, good luck to you. Mini rigs. That's the only thing I could afford back in the day. I had a Cap 2. Oh, I loved that. I love my Cap 2. In 4. Good thing about that. Interesting thing about the in 4 is it went inside the ATAT. You could fit it inside the ATAT. Vehicles. The Kenner X-Wing with the sound and light, which Palatoy version didn't have to keep it cheaper. Obviously the Palatoy Land Speeder was totally different. Some of the creatures. Cases. Never had one of those. Oh, that's interesting. Why is that? I thought the 3P was more expensive. Some more stands, display stands. Pre-production items, not reproduction items. So all these are prototype pre-production. Wow, they're amazing. They are amazing. So that's another interesting thing to go through. Press proofs. Oof. A card of those. Oh, that'd be amazing. See, they had no Photoshop back in the day. That wasn't available. I don't know if any kind of software was available, but I doubt it. I think they just mocked it up. Obviously the proof cards are proof that they had proof cards. I'm getting signed off there. Power of the Force. And there's no tri-logo, which is a shame. Something that we need to find out about as well. Obviously, it's just the Power of the Force, really, but it's a European version. Now, the different rocket firing Boba Fett's. I thought there was just the L slot and the J slot, but obviously they're not. There's one going at auction at Hakes, which I'm keeping my eye on. I wish I could afford to buy that, but you can probably go for 6 figures. Signed samples. More coins, more stands, display arenas. I didn't ever used to like those. Box flats. Again, like proof cards, but obviously the boxes are flat. There were no scanners and printers weren't that good back in the day, but they still managed to make amazing cardboard boxes and cards. So displays, if that's your thing, early bird display. Imagine having one of those full. See a lot of reproductions of these boxes again. All the store displays. I remember all these. Well, not all of them, but some of them. Remember that. Imagine having that full of figures. Full figures. I remember that. Any of these really. See, the Power of the Force. I never remember the Power of the Force. I think I was out of collecting by then. I think I'd gone on to 18 by then, unfortunately. Self-talkers. Prototype store display items. R2D2 wrong way around. And a Jawa without a cape. Or a cloak. Look at that. Rocket firing backpack. Boba Fett. Not seen that before. So that was out in shops as well. Telling you you're going to get a rocket firing Boba Fett. So imagine that happening now. Promising you something. And then you're not getting it. And the uproar. The backlash. Promotional items. Getting to the end now. Retailer catalogues. Planetary map, I remember that very well. And these collection catalogues. Promo papers. Oof. Yeah, I remember the birthday cake. And the prototype. Oh dear. Sweepstakes. Grading, which It would be quite interesting to read about how they grade things, but I'm not one for grade, especially not. I don't mind the carded as much if you want to keep it safe and everything like that. But the loose figures I don't like having graded. And fakes reproductions, which should I would think now if this book was reprinted, updated, I think we'd have a lot more pages than just the one. Well, it's just half a page really. Yeah, probably one of the biggest fakes is the Final Cape Jawa, because it's one of the most expensive figures. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. And it's going to be good reading for me for the next few weeks, and as a reference guide as well. So if you would like, this is a PDF. Obviously, I need to get clearance and okay for me to get it done. This is the first edition, as I say. There was a second edition with extra detail, extra pages. I'm going to be looking out for that as well. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe this channel, so I can get more things like this to look at, review and talk about. So thank you for watching.